welcome everyone. This is Kevin back for another post-game recap for the Sun's Planet podcast. And so today we are going to talk about. By the way, before we continue discussing the game, I would like to say good morning to my friends in the U.S. and good evening, um, basically to us here in the other side of the world. But yeah, we are going to talk about the Suns versus the Pelicans game that happened last night for you folks that are in the US and just earlier today for us here in the Philippines or in Asia. So yeah, let's get into it. So first, second quarter, the Suns were up basically against this pesky Pelicans team. And come third quarter, basically, that's when Brandon Ingram torched the Suns for 21 points, giving up 45 points in total, if I'm not mistaken. I'm so sorry. To be honest with you guys, I fell asleep. Halftime because I was coming off from work all night, and then when I got home, I waited for the game to start. So by halftime, I was so tired that I just fell on the floor and shut my eyes. I thought for sure I was gonna wake up halftime or before the second half started, but when I woke up, my laptop was dead, and when I finally got back to watching, it was already like the last 2 minutes of the third quarter, so I missed that a good part of the second half there. And the Pelicans was already like up by eight, I believe, or nine at that juncture. But yeah, based on what I've seen in Twitter, it was Brandon Ingram who torched the Suns in that third quarter with his 21 points and I believe 45 points in total for the Pelicans, and they just never looked back. And the final score on this game or for this game is a 124-126. That was just a 2 point lead. Of course, the Pelicans are just starting to get healthy. They are still missing the powerhouse in Zion Williamson, but they are on track. But based on what I've heard or what I've read in Twitter last night or the night before, is that Zion is not close, not even close to returning, despite the fact that he's been out for like a month already. So for the Suns, of course, obviously, they were missing a few guys as well. Most notably, Kevin Durant, of course. Yusuf Nurkic was out, and the rookie Ryan Dunn was out for this game as well. Ryan Dunn and KD in particular are nursing or with those uh, w- ankle sprain, basically, as their injuries. So that's the story of the game. Let's move on and look at the numbers for this game. So for the Suns, they were led by Devin Booker, 28 points and 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And then, no, sorry. Yeah, 2 assists. And then Bradley Beal, 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. For Tyus Jones, he had 13 points on this one and 6 assists, 2 steals for Tyus. So nice little game here for Tyus. But Royce O'Neal, the spark, um, or I believe he started in place of KD. He had 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals, and 5 of 8 shooting from downtown, 62%, 62.5% from downtown, and 66 percent overall in the field. So great game here for Royce O'Neal. When he's shooting the lights out, good things happen for this team. Well, not in particularly this game, not that great because they lost, but it's really nice for Royce O'Neal to regain that shooting touch, especially after a disaster of a stretch about 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. So Grayson Allen had 13 points here and 60% as well from deep. So it's basically the same with Royce when Grayson Allen's hitting his 3-point shots and being able to score. It opens up a lot of opportunities for the big three. Well, in this case, the big two for this game, but the Suns were just not able to capitalize um, against the pesky Pelicans. Pelicans, to their credit, they are just getting their guys back. I believe Brandon Ingram. This was his first game in a long while, not a first game of the season. So uh, just to be clear, but in a long while because he's coming off an injury. I believe as well Dejounte Murray is just coming back from an injury, although this is not his first game back. I believe he played like one or two games prior to this game against the Suns. But yeah, so to their credit, they are pesky. They were physical, especially in that second half, and again, that's without Zion Williamson, and then as well as Jose Alvarado, which from my perspective is the peskiest defender, guard defender in that team. So kudos to them, and great job by Will Green, former Suns assistant coach there. Monty Morris, he has been solid for quite a few games now. This game he had 7 points and 2 assists and 2 rebounds. So a great game for him, or not great, but just solid game from him. Josh Okogie added 6 and 2 rebounds as well for Josh Okogie. He's stocking up that trade value there. Of course, there are a lot of talks that his salary is the one that's easiest to basically trade, and wherever and whoever the trade partner is going to be. Now, Devin Booker, I tweeted it out that earlier first half that he's like averaging 44, 46 points against the Pelicans in the last 4 games. So that's just an insane number, right? And so he's notorious in Louisiana. Of course, he's from Moss Point, or he played for Moss Point during his early days. But earlier today, I feel like he didn't have that explosiveness in him, but we saw that lift every time Devin Booker plays against the Pelicans in New Orleans. He has that different kind of jump or lift in his shots, and we saw that, but it's not the same kind of explosiveness. It felt like a little forced to me, some of this of his shot selection, not just in the first half, but throughout the game. Really, were just they feel like they were forced, and I don't blame him because, well, yeah, I don't blame him because he's notoriously good against the Pelicans in their home floor, and he was. I think he got too comfortable in trying to get those numbers and continue the dominance that he has over the Pels for the last 2 years. But he ended up with I believe 28 points on I believe 10 or 11 free throws, if I'm not mistaken, 13 of 14. So it wasn't a real efficient game for him in terms of shooting from the field, only 30% and 30% field goal and overall, and 30% from 3. So it wasn't that kind of a game, although he's despite scoring 28 points. So just putting that out there. And of course for the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram, 21 of his 29 points came from that third quarter. Awesome game from him. CJ McCollum killed the Suns in a few possessions down the stretch. McCollum's clutch. Actually, I've seen him do this before with Dame in Portland. DeJounte Murray, probably one of the best defenders out there in the guard position. He had 25 points and 6 assists and 2 steals. Herb Jones had 4 steals in this game, 12 points, 7 rebounds, and that big three that he had late in that game to put the game away, basically from the help put the game away um, from the Suns. And yeah, so there was this last shot by Booker to try and steal the win against the Pelicans. Like the Julius Randle game winner, did you think that you know Herb Jones or whoever the defender was fouled Booker before the shot and should have been whistled for a foul and potential free throws to tie the game? What do you guys think? Leave down your comment or your opinions down below in the comment section of this video. So, yeah, my main takeaway on this game is that the Suns needs to learn. They need to learn how to win without KD because KD's not gonna be healthy. All season long. I believe the last season was his healthiest season in a long while. So I'm not counting that he'd be able to replicate that, especially the number of games that he's already missed this season, and it's still relatively a young season here, and already missing so many games. So that's a challenge for Coach Bud and his coaching staff that I believe, and it's showing that they haven't, fully resolved yet. But hopefully, the Suns are going to get there, and especially, or sorry, and with that is what I'm trying to say. The Suns' next game will be Saturday, or tomorrow. Well, Sunday my time, December 7. This is against the Miami Heat, still on the road in Florida, in Kaseya Center, Miami, where the Suns, the last game they beat, or the last meeting they beat the Miami Heat. So let's see if the Heat can pay, or can basically take revenge on the Suns. But you know, um, we hope for the Suns to win this game and not, you know, go on a skid like the last time KD missed some games. Hopefully, the Suns are not going to go 1 for 6 this stretch or this upcoming stretch, and a much better record overall on the road. That's what we're hoping for. The Suns and the Pelicans, they are going to play again. Their next 2 meetings would be in Phoenix, February 27th and 28th. So that's a back-to-back situation. This is the Suns' only stop in New Orleans. So that's I kind of understand why Booker wanted to show off for in front of his family and friends over there, but didn't really work out well for the Suns. So we're expecting a better game from Devin Booker. We love him, certainly, and we believe in him. But we wish that he performs better the next game. And same goes for the whole team, not just singling out Devin Booker. They need to be better, especially with Kevin Durant being out a handful of games, and Yusuf Nurkic as well, that I failed to mention earlier while doing the injuries. So yeah, again, Suns versus Heat, that will be December 7th, Saturday, US, and that's Sunday for me here in the Philippines, 8 p.m. Eastern, or 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Easy Time. So that's it. That's gonna be it for me, folks. Some reminders is that, some reminders. Jake and Hamo is back. By the way, they will be live this Saturday, 9 a.m. Phoenix time. Don't forget to join the live show, and and if you like the content that we're basically putting out there, please support us. Uh, Buy us beer, coffee, or whichever you like. And special shout out, by the way, to Ciro, our friend, the number one Kenyan Suns fan, for getting a scholarship, I believe, is what I read from Twitter. Congratulations, my man. There is a GoFundMe campaign for him to bring him over here, not here, but in the U.S. And see a Suns game. And yeah, so go ahead, donate. And speaking of donations, you can as well send a kid to a Suns game for as low as $15. That's the starting price. Donate to Dave King's Brightside Nights. Just go to thesuns.com/brightside night to donate, or more information, brightsideofthesun.com. And a special shout out to managing editor of the Suns, John Voida, for organizing this event. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for chilling with me. And I hope to see you guys next time after the Suns Heat game on Saturday. Probably the video will come the day after, just like this one. But as you know, I don't always do a specific time. And yeah, I'll try to go live one time, and we'll see what happens then. So, as I always say, guys, be kind to one another. It's the most wonderful season or time of the year. And, happy holidays, people. You guys have a great day today. Ciao now. Bye.